So why not just use one of these? It's because we spend so much time on our computers that I like to mess with the devices we use to interact with it. Admittedly, a little too much. Which is why a few months ago I switched to this crazy looking split mechanical keyboard called a Corn keyboard. I've loved using it, but if I'm being honest, it's very rough around the edges. It isn't wireless and I had to put it together myself, which was fun but very tedious. So while browsing for some mild inspiration online, I came across this bento case for my keyboard, which helped with storing it more compactly. That gave me an idea. If I could make my keyboard wireless, I could have a dock that stores and charges each of its halves. So let's see if I can design and build something that's half decent. Welcome to Offworld. First thing I have to focus on is making the keyboard wireless. To do this, I'm replacing the wired microcontroller with a wireless NRF52840 microcontroller that can power the keyboard while being run off a small LiPo battery. The whole keyboard then can connect to my computer via Bluetooth, with one side acting as the primary Bluetooth side to which the other will connect. This allows a split keyboard to still communicate over one Bluetooth connection to your computer while having two separate halves. The small 500 mAh battery might seem too little, but when powering something low power like a keyboard, it really doesn't make too much of a difference and can last pretty long if used properly. I made this small assembly to hold both a push button that can turn the keyboard on along with the LiPo itself. Getting the wireless firmware running is a real pain, so I used this excellent tutorial by Scotto and linked it in the description should you want to do something similar with your keyboard. To be honest, I'm still struggling to get this thing working, but for now, we can move on with the rest of the build. Moving on to the actual assembly to hold the keyboard, I designed this very basic stand that houses these magnetic USB-C charging adapters that I found on Amazon for pretty cheap. These allow the keyboard halves to be hot swapped and removed quickly for use and stored for charging. The magnets in them are also strong enough to hold the thing in place vertically quite easily. In the end, they are all connected via adapters to a USB-C port that can charge the entire setup. I got the base itself 3D printed and I'm reusing the keyboard case that I made a while ago, and I got that off printables.com. Here's what it looks like all together. I'm quite happy with how this proof of concept turned out, since I am still having a lot of issues finishing the wireless firmware as it's really complex to set up. I'm not going to call this a completed project yet, but I hope that this was a cool idea that I could maybe explore more in a final version of this sometime in the future. So if you would like to see something like that, please like and comment down to let me know if you'd want another part to this video. I'm also sorry that it took so long to upload anything else. I'm a senior in college, which means I have a lot more work to do, and I'm hoping to be a little more consistent in the future. But for now, thanks for watching.